One thing that has been very obvious to me since coming into myself and rebranding my life, I guess, and becoming healthy and having boundaries and respecting myself is that people will not respect you until you do respect yourself. When I was overweight, people I loved disrespected me to the point of bullying. I was bullied for so many years that I went into isolation and I didn't want to be here. Their words cut so deep, and they would kind of congregate and gossip about me and say all these things. And at that time in my life, I didn't have other people to go to, so I stayed in contact with these people because they were people that I love, people in my family, but they were blatantly bullying me. So I went into this deep isolation. I knew that I had work to do on myself. I knew that I was struggling with PTSD and things that I have never told people. I was dealing with things that these people didn't know. And one of the things is that no one asked me if I was okay. They just talked about me because they thought that because I didn't respect myself, that I was basically a doormat that they could walk all over. So yes, I went into this isolation and I did work on myself. I was still overweight and I was still not treating my body great with food because of my own mental things that I was dealing with. But in that time, I was by myself and I was self-reflecting and I was evaluating who I am and who I want to be. And I started to work through these barriers that I was facing. I started to heal and I started to pick up the broken pieces that I had been this broken person, and I started to put myself back together piece by piece. And they didn't see that. And then I moved overseas because I needed to get away from that. It was so suffocating. Their words, their hatred, it was terrible. And I will never forgive them. But I did come back from overseas. I did start to learn how to take care of myself with my nutrition. I did start to have these daily disciplines that I knew that I needed to have in my life for my own health, my mental health and everything. And I started to, the work that I was doing really started to show. And now that I am who I am now, those same people that disrespected me have guilt for how they treated me. Those same people respect the hell out of me. I've been offered jobs by these people. I have been offered to go to events and parties with these people. I have been offered romantic relationships with these people, like family and old friends, sorry. Not family, that would be weird, but these same people that disrespected me and thought that I had gone completely down and I was not going to get back up, that thought it was okay to disrespect me, now they respect the hell out of me. And I will not ever forgive anyone who was in my life or in my surroundings while I was going through that and they knew that I was struggling. I will not forgive them. And so when they come back, which they have, I don't reciprocate. I have clear boundaries now, and they understand just how badly they had affected me and just how badly they had treated me. But people don't really do that self-reflection until you do start respecting yourself. So all of this to say is that when you start disrespecting yourself, whether that's with addictions, whether that's with overeating, the disrespect that you're giving to yourself is almost like a way that other people think it's okay to disrespect you too. And it's not, obviously, but society is way more inclined to treat you better if you're attractive, if you take care of yourself, if you're thin. That's just the truth. So it's your job to start respecting yourself. It's your job to start taking care of yourself, to start being self-aware, to do the healing, to change your eating habits, to work on your addictions. It's your job to take care of yourself, because in this world, no one is going to care until you do. No one is going to respect you until you do. And obviously, it's up to you to determine whether you desire their respect. But I'm just saying that since becoming this weight, I have been offered jobs. I have been offered so many things just because I respect myself. So if you are looking to progress, if you are looking to have a better life, unfortunately, taking care of yourself is the main thing, because people do treat you differently when you are overweight. People do treat you differently when they realize you have addictions, when they realize you are insecure. And that is just the sad truth. But it is true. So start taking care of yourself. Despite the respect you will receive, but start taking care of yourself for you, and you will really watch your life transform in more ways than you could even imagine. But that has been the main one for me, is that I had no respect when I didn't have respect for myself. And having respect for myself has really changed my life. Having respect for myself has made it very easy to have discipline. It's made it very easy to look after myself. And obviously I go down, but I come back up, because I know that if I do go down, if my mental health if I'm not having a good mental health day, I know that I have it in me to get back up, because I've done it before, and I continue having this respect, and that respect just bleeds out into my life. So yeah, start taking care of yourself, and your life will change in more ways than one. But if you don't have respect for yourself, no one else will. That is a major truth that I have learned since going on this journey. All right. Thank you for watching. I'm Leslie. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.